And welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adam Free, and I'm a practicing astrologer. I really enjoy the art of astrology because it really conveys the psychological dynamic within the individual.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for being here. And I have a special guest. I have someone here who does astrology, and he has offered to be on my channel and do an astrology chart on a Biden. And I think you're going to do like the United States. Is that what you're going to do? So this is going to be incredibly interesting. But first, before we go on, Adam, I would like for you to talk about your channel. What do you do on your channel? And if you do readings, let's give it to us all.
All right. First of all, I just want to say, Sheila, thank you so much for having me on your channel. This is a great honor, and this collab's going to be wonderful, and I'm really excited. So I am an astrologer. I've been studying and practicing astrology now for many years and have done many readings. And these readings, they really help people on all levels. A lot of times people are going through really, challenging situations. They have blocks and they have fears. And, I really like to, really address what is going on with that person, and then sort of add like a guiding, helping hand with the astrological interpretations, so that person can get past those challenging components in their life and really try to move on and really, have the most wonderful, fulfilling life as possible.
Fantastic. And your channel is called Adam Stargazing Astrology. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Adam Stargazing Astrology.
Perfect. Yeah. And how do they get a hold of you for a reading?
So you can get a hold of me via email, and my email is adamastro777@gmail.com. And I'll spell that out for you. It's ADAMASTRO777@gmail.com. So that would be adamastro777@gmail.com.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
And they can also find that information underneath all of your videos. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
So now this is one of the reasons why he just brought up something that's really, really important to me is having an astrology reading, knowing where your planets are, this, that, and the other, and traits. But he is going further because he's a natural healer. I could hear it in his voice. And he's going further with that so that when you are presented with information, good, bad, or indifferent, you also have the opportunity and information on how to heal from any of and all of those things or whatever. So that is really important to me. And that's how I also read is you can have a tarot card reader. I'll tell you all you need a tarot card reading from me, but I'll tell you everything you need to know. But I'm also going to add, this is how you heal. This is where you need to go. This is how you prevent that or whatever. So that's important to me. So thank you very much. What is it that you have behind you? Is that a harp?
Yeah. So this is a Celtic harp, and I brought it, as a backdrop because I wanted to, sort of tie it in, with your name, the Celtic Tarot. So yeah, I've been playing harp now for a while, and it's just really relaxing and really soothing. And, I'll play at weddings and events.
Wow.
Do my own, songs and melodies. And yeah, it's a wonderful thing to kind of pass the time and to, I guess you could say almost kind of tap into the angelic realms, those beautiful heightened angelic realms.
So we're going to get into the reading, which I'm really, really excited about because you have Biden, right? And he has an extra elements to this. So I really want you to stay with us, stay all the way to the end, because I think this is going to be really, really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you. I will put myself on mute so that I quiet, and then you are there. So go ahead, take it over.
Thanks, Sheila. All right, so I'm going to talk about President Biden's astrological chart. So Biden is a Scorpio. So he has this amazing passion, this amazing drive, and this amazing intensity. And what we really see out of this sun sign in Scorpio is we really see the power of transformation. And so with Biden, we're really seeing the power of transformation for the good. Biden is such an amazing humanitarian, and he has all these aspects that really back up those humanitarian causes. So he has a lot of planets in his chart in the 12th house. The 12th house gives him a very service-oriented mind, and it also really enriches his spiritual beliefs of goodness for humanity. There's a strong sense of wanting to be of selfless service, really wanting people to come together. And this really ties into the US chart with the Aquarius moon US chart, because the US really is all about humanitarian ideals. So what he is acting as now is he's acting as sort of this gateway for the real age of Aquarius to be able to emerge, for humanity to really go into those ideals of fairness and equality. So he's really playing this wonderful part here on, you know, the stage of life, you know, as the president. Let's see here. He has his Venus relationships. He has his Venus also in the 12th house. The Venus in the 12th house, you know, indicates someone who can be really compassionate and really service oriented in relation to other people. Let's see here. And I know Biden, he has some sort of intense aspects in his astrological chart, which really drove him, you know, or excuse me, which have really driven him to really find deeper meanings and to really find deeper faith. So I know, for example, you know, his son Bo, you know, that he was close to, passed away, and he's also had other people that have been close in his family pass away. And instead of getting defeated, you know, instead of letting life drag him down, he really was able to transform himself in a really positive way. And again, that goes back to his sun sign in Scorpio, using that positive transformational aspect. So what Biden has, he has his nakshatra, and I'm just going to talk quickly about Vedic astrology. He has his nakshatra in the sign of Ashwini, and Ashwini is all about new beginnings. So Biden is very much acting as the forefront president for new beginnings and a real sort of breakthrough again into that age of Aquarius. So that being said, I wanted to see if Sheila, if you'd be interested in pulling some cards, you know, just upon the energy of Biden and him sort of bringing us into that new age of equality.
I sure would. So what exactly is the question that you need from me?
Yeah, so the question would be, how has Biden, currently being the president, how is he going to be setting the stage for Pluto going into Aquarius in 2024?
All right. He's going to set everybody else on a decision whether they want to be a dreamer of advancement. So he has compassion and advice coming right in. He has the King of Cups. So this always represents Biden in my decks, all of them actually. He's always comes up as the King of Cups, as that compassionate guy. So, and then we have the sensitivity and the dreamer. So he's going to convince everybody to start dreaming high, dream big, dream big, dream big. We also have the Two of Swords. He's going to pose it like a decision. You have to make this decision yourself. What is it that you're going to be? Who are you going to be in the future? Because I also have the Ace of Cups, where he talks about the environment and how the Ace of Cups, how we can definitely provide a utopia, where we can definitely be who we want to be in this country. And he's going to have that narrative. And that's how he's going to bring it in. And then he's going to give everybody a comfort place to be. Like if you come over here and come over to this basket, you'll be well taken care of. You'll be okay. And we will comfort you. Everything's going to be on that aspect. And then he also has the King of Wands, authority and challenging. He has follow good leaders. So that's how he's going to have that narrative, and that's what he's going to speak to. I think he's starting it now, and the feeling about this is going to be probably his end of his presidency, whether it's in 4 years or 8 years, I don't know, but that's really going to be his projection. Is like, you guys have to make your decisions here.
Thank you.
Coincide with what you have?
Yeah, Sheila, it really does. I'm seeing Biden really being the forefront now for setting the stage for such equality and such amazing humanitarian ideals that are going to most likely spill over into having a positive quality for the rest of the world. And what I'm really seeing out of this is the strong possibility for a more united world to be coming, with Pluto, which means power, and Aquarius, which is for the people, in 2024.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk about a little now is the chart of the United States, which was founded July 4th, 1776. So what I'm seeing is this need with this Pluto return, that's been going on. That happens when Pluto transits around the whole chart and goes back to the place it was before. And again, Pluto means power. What I'm seeing now is this real psychological cleanup that is still kind of sticky and that needs to be further cleaned in relation to how the United States was founded, right? And then the cleaning that needs to happen so we can energetically purge and move on to higher ideals. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I
just wanted to add a little bit to that. You bring up an incredibly important part about that. I know that our country was, it was started, and it had started out horribly, wrong. And we're in that conjunction where we either have to clean and make right and make that decision to clean up our past. And this is a very important, I just wanted to draw that back out to people, that this is the time where we're going to have to clean that up.
Yeah. And a lot of it again goes back to that Pluto energy, which is all about power. And what have we done with power? We've used it to abuse others. We've used it to abuse ourselves. We used it in a lot of these hierarchical situations, and we're seeing that is no longer working. So in order for the United States to be this incredible trendsetter, we're going to need to do a lot of cleanup here. So the chart of the US, the North Node, which is the karmic direction, is in the 8th house. And one of the hallmark aspects of the 8th house is the reliance upon other people's resources. So there is there is this need for us to be able to work together as a group and to rely upon one another. But when the energy becomes like overly reliant, and when it becomes abusive, is when we've stepped over bounds. And what I want to relate that abusive energy to is how we treated the Native Americans when we came here. There's still a lot of energetic residue of inequality that's spilling over now. Example, for an example would be like, the Black Lives Matter group, right? And so in order for us to have a smoother transition, we're gonna need to base those values, we're gonna need to ground them rather than just have them be ideas that are floating around. Otherwise, we are gonna want to be these incredible trendsetters for the world, but we're gonna be too busy fighting with ourselves as a nation to be able to really be progressive trendsetters and really make a difference. So I wanted to see Sheila perhaps pull a card or some cards on the US in relation to the energy of the US needing to clean up their act, and what we may be able to do to clean ourselves up from that old sticky residue that's still hanging on.
Well, as you were talking, I had this like vision of this remote view of when you said grounding. It is like putting some solid foundational laws and regulations to where you cannot, like the Native American, when they want their bones back, they get them back. When the Native American wants their lands or a burial spot, they get that back. You know what I mean? They have a solid foundation to where when we are reclaiming our ancestry because of what the United States has done, that they have a foundation to do that. Same with African Americans, our brown and Black people, that we definitely have a foundation. You are no longer allowed, nobody's allowed to do this to you ever again. And the strictest penalties, that foundation, I think, is really important to highlight. So let me throw some cards on there and see where that goes. And you're right, we don't need an opposition anymore. No. Opposition it's over with, it's overrated. Mm-hmm. I think a utopia is one party, one nation. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Awareness. I got the Five of Pentacles, that awareness of the suffering. That's one of the foundations that we have to really, really stop ignoring it, stop undermining it, stop trivializing it. It is literally becoming, yes, that was horrible. We should not do that. This is not how human beings should be. We should not treat another, you know what I mean? It's like the awareness. We also have the desire and the willpower to do so. It is really igniting. And I think what we're talking about with Biden, him igniting that willpower in everybody. Yes, we do want this to happen. We do want this to go forth. And we also have that home. We have to make our home as beautiful as possible. We also have the Six of Pentacles, was ironically kindness and charity. Mm-hmm. Kindness and charity has to move into play to really address what we have. All of the people who do not have that trait of kindness and charity, I think literally will not be able to move into our new world.
Okay, yeah, that was very insightful. Thank you. So what I also see with the US chart is the chart being founded July 4th. That falls in the sun sign Cancer. And Cancer is all about home and family. So, Sheila, this really relates to the cards you just pulled as sort of, finding that grounding energy and pulling everything back to more home and more family, and sort of starting at the foundations and starting at the roots, kind of grounding and healing those inner foundations in order to be able to express those incredible ideals that the United States has.
Fantastic. I love it. Yeah, I would love to do a lot more collaborations with you when you do an a chart of anybody that you want to do, because I think that works out beautifully.
Yeah, it's so awesome to be able to have like both sides, because they really play off one another. And it's just enhanced understanding. It
Yes.
connects more of those, the frequencies just get connected on so many more levels, and they have a chance. It's almost like it creates these like epiphanies. Do you get those? I mean, getting a lot
Yes.
of those, these little aha moments.
Yes. A
Yeah.
little bit more explanation is
Yeah,
always my thing. Yeah, a little bit more to think about, a little bit more to understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I talked so we talked about Biden, we talked about the US. And so if we were stopping at that, that would be what, like a 20-minute video or something. Did you want to because I have, I have stuff on Zelensky, I have stuff on Russia, or do you want to do that now, or should we maybe collab in a couple days or whatever and then do another video on that?
I would love to do another video. I would love to do another video and really concentrate on certain subjects. Like you have Putin, you have Russia, you have Zelensky and all that. And those are pretty hot topics right now. And those bring out a lot of emotions in everybody right now. Understandably, but yes, absolutely. So everybody that's listening and has made it this far, just know that we're going to have more collaborations and more card readings and more astrology to bridge this gap. Because in my world, astrology is like Greek, and then probably, maybe, I don't know about you, but like tarot cards are probably a little misstep for you as well. But with us collaborating, we can bridge that gap. We can make this all work and coincide and make sense for those who are like you and me. So
yeah, we're really here, really to be of service to humanity, to create just a further understanding, and also to give like a guiding hand from spirit.
yes, absolutely. I think I'm going to create a monthly get together with you, because I think this is going to be a great and wonderful way to also go forward. And you know that I do political, so we're going to be doing political, but I really enjoyed this, and thank you so much for being here. And I hope everybody that is watching enjoyed this. And yeah, look forward to some more. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I just want to say thanks everyone for watching, and thank you everyone so much for your support as I continue to expand in this wonderful healing community and continue to do collaborations and meet everyone. And it's just, all of it's been such a wonderful gift.
Yay. All right, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.